This might be a horrible idea. Hello? I am too sick for this. Give me the cliff notes, buddy. What does it all mean? I am feverish and unsettled. I love reading so much. Oh, God. Oh, I have a headache. This is so cute. Hello, friends and gamers. As you can see, we are going to do Archon Quest today. I still have to finish the interlude, and I'm actually recording this video, first of all, while I'm still sick. That's probably been mentioned by now. I'm sick, so if I sound disgusting, that's why. But also, I'm recording this right before the version 3.5 special program. I've heard some whisperings of what we could be getting in 3.5. So prior to that, I just want to finish the Archon Quest, the interlude here that I've been putting off for ages because of lantern rate and all that. Because if I don't finish it and something, God forbid, pops up that like spoils something in the next whatever, I don't want to be the one to do that to myself again. So I felt like doing Archon Quest. I actually was going to do Star Rail, but then I was like, maybe I should finish the Archon Quest, do something like exponentially more productive. Although Star Rail is time gated entirely. Like the whole game is time gated right now. Also, this might be a horrible idea because I can feel myself getting more sick. But we're gonna do this Dance of Destruction bit anyways. Anyways, we're going to Tatara Suna to look for clues. I also want Tatara Suna back. I haven't been able to go there in like a month. The Balladeer has caused a series of unexpected consequences within Irminsul, and you're the only one aware of that. In order to ascertain the situation, you visit various places in Inazuma and inquire about details related to the Balladeer and the Raiden Gokuden. I literally can't talk. Oh my god, it's so bad. I'm so much more sick than I thought I was. However, it seems like nothing could be done about the people the Balladeer had wished to save. Okay, so it's gonna get spicy. My ping is also probably gonna get spicy because I'm currently uploading a video as we do this. So to Tatara Suna we go. Maybe we'll do that ley line just so I can uncap my resin because it is capped right now. And I am building 2 new characters. Now we're building Wanderer, which is fitting for today. And we're building A.L.I.S.O.N, who's at 57, so I need stuff. Is it supposed to look like that? Hello? I don't think it's supposed to look like that. I just wanted to put the Wanderer on the team, but I guess we won't. I don't think it's supposed to look like this. Is it? Did I just come in at sunset? I don't know. I don't know anymore. I'm very confused. I don't know what we're doing. I am just a little guy who is just a little sick. Oh, it's this guy. Xavier. Yeah, that's why I had to do the thing with him.
Well?
Because he was stuck in a quest.
What are we looking for?
Oh my god, we're actually gonna figure out how he talks now. We're gonna know how he talks. I don't...
Do my eyes deceive
Oh.
me, or is that the Traveler and Paimon?
This is why we had to do the thing with him. Because it was... Okay, so that world quest, the Tatara Suna world quest where we have to like blow up the force field shield thing that I did a whole video on because I didn't think it was going to end up being as long as it ended up being. So it was a whole video. I assumed during that world quest that took place during like pre-end of the Vision Hunt Decree. It took place during the Inazuma Archon Quest in some way. It was like in that time frame just because of how like certain things were like talked about. I don't know if that's the case. I'm assuming we'll probably just find out from this, but I don't know.
Xavier? What
Wait,
are you
no,
doing
wait.
here?
This whole time I thought his name was Xavier? It's Xavier. Wait a minute. Paimon. Wait. I'm too sick for this. I am too sick for this.
I was in the general area, and
Okay,
now
okay.
I'm in this specific area.
That's
There,
not suspicious at
me.
all.
So what about you two?
This man is so suspicious. What the heck?
Questions and thought you might be able to help.
Okay. Do you know much about Tatara Suna? I feel like we probably know
Certainly
more.
do.
Oh, no, he
I've
does.
researched the furnace here in some depth.
He says that, but
If
he
there's
didn't even
anything you
have
want to
full
know,
research
just
documents.
ask away.
He had like the demo pages. Like, you know, when you go to buy a book on Amazon and you can get like a preview of the book, that's what he had. That is all he had. He was missing stuff. But he says he did all this research, so I don't know if we should be trusting him. Anyways, how well do you understand the history of this area? Was that in your trial of the
Like
book?
The back of my hand.
Was that the trial of your book?
Make no mistake, I have been here a good many times before.
What, like 3?
Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families.
Okay,
used to
we
live
actually
in
need that
Tatara
information.
Suna years ago.
Keep talking.
They said it's all true. The history here.
Xavier, go on. I'm listening. Keep talking.
Oh, well, it's a long
Cut to the
story,
chase. We don't
you
give me the
know?
cliff notes, buddy.
The tale of Tatara Suna starts a long time
I know.
ago.
We know the tale. We just need to
I'm
know the
told that its
differences.
history is one
But
of
he
the
doesn't
most
know the
foremost
original one.
forging and
So,
smelting
yeah.
operations in the nation goes back around 1,000 years. Still, the furnace has had a couple of
Okay.
serious maintenance issues along the way.
How serious we talking?
When exactly?
One was just in the
Oh.
last few years. The other was.
I want to know about
several hundred
the
years
one in the
ago.
last few
A fun
years.
fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either.
Yeah.
There was a guy back then too.
Yeah, that was Tatara. He wasn't actually a Fontaine tech guy. He was. Anyways.
They say he was a mechanic who consulted
Ah,
on a technology
yeah.
upgrade. It
Yeah.
Seems like
How
the
is he-
technological
how does
collaboration
Satori
between
stay
our two
alive?
nations goes back a
There's also the
long
other
way.
guy.
How about
The.
that?
It's not the Joker. His name isn't the Joker. Is it the Joker? It's the #1 dude. Anyways. Mechanic, huh? Looks like the doctor still sabotaged the furnace, leading to all the ensuing chaos. So that didn't change. What did Scaramouche change? He changed something. But so far, everything's been the same except for, like, the fact that no one knows who he is. Like, literally, not even Paimon remembers.
Hey, weren't you gonna ask Xavier something about Tatara Suna?
Oh,
Come on, ask already.
wait a minute. Pedal that back a little bit. We did ask him something about Tatara Suna. We have been. Paimon, are you glitching? Are you okay? I am asking about Tatara Suna.
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Oh, it's always a history lesson.
Neither. Paimon doesn't know what's going
I'm
into this
so-
one today. Feels like we've been preparing for
Did
a
we not
history
just
exam or
did we
something.
not just ask about Tatara Suna?
What brought this on? Did you
Oh my
just
God.
wake up today with a sudden burning
Sure.
desire for
You know-
historical knowledge?
You know, sure, dude. Pretty much. So can I ask one more question?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh. Have you ever heard of a Kabukimono connected to Tatara Suna?
A Kabukimono?
So that part
No,
is
I can't
gone.
say that I have.
So again, it's just the
I do
part
know the
that
word. Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go
like
around dressed to the nines,
it's
just
the
the sort of
same
person
except he
I'd
was
like to be,
pulled out of the
actually.
story.
But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor
What-
have I come across
what does it all
anything to
mean?
do with a
What does it
Kabukimono
all
where
mean?
Tatara Suna is concerned.
Okay. So there's no more Kabukimono. Did the balladeer really manage to erase himself from history completely? It's not that easy. It can't be that easy because it's like you see it all the time, like with book adaptations of movie adaptations of books. There it is, or TV. It's always so common that a character will be entirely pulled out or combined with another character, but like there's still just like weird loose ends whenever that's done. Like if a character is pulled out of the story entirely, it's like, oh yeah, this was supposed to be that dude in the story, but they made it this other person who they did keep do that scene, and it just doesn't work the same. Like it's a bit of a stretch comparison, but it is a comparison, and it happens like all the time, unfortunately, because movies can never adapt books how they should. Anyways, but it's just there has to be something somewhere that wasn't entirely fixed if he did like remove himself entirely from history, just because it's impossible to get everything. And even though he wasn't personally making those changes himself, it's impossible for every single thing he has touched to entirely be devoid of his presence. And maybe that's us. Maybe we're the loose end that just doesn't make sense anymore with the adaptation. But still, I feel like there'd be something else, like in the world around. You know, am I going crazy? Am I that feverish? Anyways, if so, he must have wanted to change the world and revert everything back to the way it was. But so far, it looks like the majority of changes have only affected himself. Yeah, no, it's just, there's something. There's gonna be something. Thank you, Xavier.
Of course! Don't mention it.
Oh, we're leaving?
Why is Paimon,
Bye, Xavier.
why is Paimon so, like, out of it? Even Paimon, something's like off with Paimon, which is really weird, especially considering the connections people have made with Paimon to possibly being connected to the Nameless God, with possibly being connected to Herrscher the Void from Honkai, as well as the fact that Scaramouche can do the Herrscher the Void, like, portal thing in his boss battle. There's something there. Put a pin in all those little loose ends. But we're leaving.
Oh, you're most welcome.
Because
More
Paimon
than
just
happy
seems...
to help.
No, she
Farewell.
seems off. Like, since, like, we quote-unquote woke up, she just
Looks like you got all
seems
the information
off.
you're looking for.
All right, time to go back and see Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Sure.
I might fight that ley line first. I kind of think about it.
Today?
Paimon, what's up with you?
Whatever it is, it seems like it's really troubling you.
Is it just me? Am I going crazy?
Smile, Spinal Crocodile.
This isn't...
What happens? Paimon will always be there for you.
It's just like, it's like the scenario in a story, like, not just a story, like a thriller or a horror movie where something is just slightly off and it ends up piling up to be that slightly off thing usually ends up being like the horror movie villain or something like that. That's what this feels like, and I don't like it. It's giving There Is No War in Ba Sing Se. It's giving that. I don't like it. I am unsettled. I am feverish and unsettled right now. All right.
Come on, you gotta keep it together. What are you gonna do? You can't go facing life's challenges.
Paimon, what do you know about life's challenges today, huh?
All right, let's head off and go meet
I'm
Nahida.
so, like, I am unsettled. I'm so unsettled. Echoes of history. How does even that have to do with anything? Echoes of history. The Kabuki... Wait, no. The Kabukimono's finale? Is that what it was? Oh, I have to... Xavier's now... Not Xavier. Xavier. He's out of his thing. The Kabukimono's finale. I'm not going to read what it says because every time I've done that for any quest lately, it ends up spoiling something, so I'm not going to read it. So we have to go back. Oh my god. Who put 2 of my commissions in Sarah Island? I hate it there. Why do you do this to me? Okay. All right. Back to Kusanali we go. I didn't think there was this much left. Like, there was this little left of the Archon Quest because I'm assuming at the very end. So, like, maybe this video will be shorter than I thought. It's only been 12 minutes so far. Like, I played myself. I did. All right, I'm gonna run. Maybe not. Because, like, it's the quest area. So I'm like, yeah, something's gonna pop up. Well, there's some birds.
Hey, it's
Oh,
them.
okay. Okay, it's these guys from the beginning. It's these guys from the beginning of the interlude. Huh.
Akaba.
This is where we talked to them, and then we ran into Scaramouche. So it hasn't been that much time that's gone by. But yeah, the essay had to do with the Kabukimono, so if he's no longer alive... Interesting. Are you still talking about the essay, though?
Indeed we are. If you have a moment,
They're
we
so
would love for you
excited.
to
They're
join
still
us
so
once
excited.
more.
Please, I need you guys to, like, give me the new history update. I want to see your thesis.
What do you want to talk to us
Give
about?
me the thesis. I will read the whole thing this time.
It's the same topic we discussed last time. Obviously.
That's a stretch.
Still
It's
looking
very
for more
vague.
info about Tatara Suna, huh? Should we join them?
I think yes. I want to read it. I want to read the thing. This is perfect. You see, perfect. These 2 have researched Tatara Suna's past. Let's hear what they have to say.
Unfortunately, we haven't
I just-
made any real progress.
Oh, okay. The article that you let me read last time was great. Can I read it again? This is what we need. This is literally not necessarily the cliff notes, but it's literally all of it. And I don't think I'm gonna have to read all of it. I think it'll tell me exactly what's different. But can I read it again?
Oh, of course.
I love reading, Akaba. I love reading so much. Oh, God. It is... Oh, it highlighted the new part. Okay, so it's a brief analysis of possible events of historical importance in the Tatara Suna area. This is the one Akaba wrote. And... Oh, there's more stuff. Okay. And this is the one I skipped through. I read, like, the abstract a little bit, but I didn't read the whole thing because it was very long and I didn't want to... I wasn't doing the whole research paper thing, but and I made fun of the abstract because it was bad abstract. I've read a lot of abstracts, okay? But I don't know if this details bit was here last time. This text belongs to a series of works sponsored by the Vahumano's Veil Cutter project. It is yet to be numbered. Huh. Raiden Gokuren, Makoshi Nagamasa, Happily Hidden Tales of Tatara Suna. Oh, this paper continues and expands the work of my mentor, Mr. Rumi, in his report on the Happily Hidden Tales of Tatara Suna, and is intended to further this avenue of research. According to the data, the blade forging techniques of Inazuma were originally handed down from the Electro Archon, also known as the Raiden Shogun. Using the arts they inherited from their Archon, the people of Inazuma devoted themselves to the process of forging. However, strange rumors that do not quite fit the steely nature of metalwork yet linger about Tatara Suna's smelting center, which is a central pillar of the forging and industry. There, the Makoshi and Niwa clans, along with an eccentric mechanic from abroad, serve as the 3 windows of insight we need to investigate the truth behind what happened. Okay, I'm not seeing anything so far. And I'm just kind of looking through to see if they, like, accidentally forgot to take out any parts, because... yeah. So this is the highlighted section. A great many of these rumors revolved around the yokai, who are so very characteristic of Inazuma's folk histories. A very small portion, however, mentioned the word outsider. It should be known that the appearance of such a character, who is suspected to be based on a real person, is a very curious case. This fact drew the attention of the researchers to delve further, and eventually the following pieces of information came to light. A foreign mechanic once visited Tatara Suna. Reportedly, the reason for his immigration was to exchange knowledge and forge ties with the locals. However, the mechanic seemed to behave suspiciously, often wandering around essential or restricted areas. That is true to life, because we all know that the mechanic from Fontaine actually was Tatore. And if someone tried to turn him away, they would only earn incomprehensible mumbles from his lips. Okay, interesting. They kind of ended up making him a lot more weird. The mechanic often stared into the furnace, seemingly to check on its condition. Unsettlingly, he also spent a substantial amount of time watching the local residents. Judging from the era, it was not uncommon to see cross-cultural exchanges of technical knowledge in places such as Tatara Suna. After traveling across the tides, foreign experts being welcome in the region was likely not unreasonable either. Yet calamity came not long after this exchange of knowledge, which hints at high potential for causation between these events. However, some current residents believe that these assumptions were merely the result of the forebearers' overactive imaginations, attempting to theorize how things actually unfolded. Okay, that actually gives us nothing. Oh, but there is more on the mechanic. Okay. Long have I delved through many texts and documents, but I was ultimately unable to decipher even a specter of a clue as to his background. I don't know if this was in the original document, though, just because it wasn't highlighted before, and I skipped through the whole thing. This is why you shouldn't just read the abstract. I will say that. We learned something today, folks. Don't just read the abstract. At least it's like, do like a quick like Control F and like look for a quick Control F through the document, guys, of like important terms, you know? Still, mentions of the mechanic grew scarcer in the aftermath of the Tatara Suna incident because he bolted, he went back to Shinaznaya. I speculate that instead of the mechanic possibly being a figure woven from overripe imaginations, he actually did exist, and perhaps even had a hand in the events that took place in Tatara Suna. And that's the end of the paper. Was he in it before, though? I guess not. Yeah. Also, this is a lot less text than I originally thought it was. Maybe that's because they took out the whole section about the Kabukimono. I don't remember.
I presume you'll want
Anyways,
to read
that
mine
was
as
a
well.
lot less reading.
Here.
Oh, yes, please, Sawada, give me the better one. Okay, all right, so this is I read all of this. I don't entirely remember all of it, because again, the fever is hitting, but I have read it on camera. I did the whole bit of this one. So we have highlighted sections here as well. So first we have in this like first extract section, like this last 2 paragraphs is highlighted. Miyazaki hid his grin. Upon hearing this, I see your ears are as keen as your hands. Miyoda released the lizard from his hand into Katsuragi's palm. I do remember the lizard. Also, this bird is just over here. Like, look at the bird! Okay, but just as more words were to be exchanged, someone came walking nearby, their footsteps steady and confident. The head that appeared by the door was that of one from abroad. Okay, so I think that was actually the Kabukimono Scaramouche before, and I wasn't entirely sure because it didn't, like, name drop. It just said, like, I think it was, like, it said, like, it was some dude with a bowl cut, and I'm like, oh, that's Scaramouche! But it is the one from abroad now. The newcomer placed some lunchboxes to one side, nodded, and made to leave. Katsuragi called out after him. Sir, what about your meal? Are you not hungry? The man smiled upon hearing Katsuragi's words. I already ate. I hope that you, my lords, may also find time to sate your hunger soon. Okay, so that was from the Torre. You are our guest, sir. To see you help in these trifling matters fills me with embarrassment, Niwa said with sincerity. The man smiled, as if it was no matter. Then with a nod, he departed. So the fact that he's leaving food and didn't eat it himself is always a red flag, because it's like, oh, he poisoned the food. Bet. And that's usually how that goes. So maybe he did poison the food rather than like pushing them into the furnace or whatever he did last time. I don't know. So again, from extract 2, the ending changes. Like a falling spear, the black cloud reached the... Oh wait, this whole part had to do with Scaramouche originally. Oh my god, wait. The stranger, a foreign mechanic, stood next to the coast. Because this was... I thought this part originally was told from Scaramouche's point of view. And I guess it was, if it's that... if it's like, is this changed, you know? Because this part I remember clearly because it was very abstract. Sunset fell to the accompaniment of darkness. The bands of twilight showed themselves not, for in their place did thunderclouds royal, grumbling the omens of a coming rainstorm. Darkness filled the flesh of the sea, and the dusk bade the clouds to kneel upon the land. But the man stood uncowed, merely gazing into the distance, radiating bloodthirst. None passed him by, and none knew what he was plotting. This is so different. Time passed, unmeasured and uncounted, till a black cloud suddenly tore free from the sky and began to circle the mechanic, because before it was a boat that it circled, bearing down on him like an omen. He then caressed the dark mist as if it was a part of his flesh. Outbound, a fishing boat drew near, the lights of its bow flickering in and out of sight beneath the falling sheets of rain. A mist unspooled across the area, stealing sight from the fisherman. This is what happened in the original story, too. Repeatedly, he exclaimed, "It is but dusk. How are my eyes darkened? Is there anyone that can deliver my boat upon safe tides?" That was much more drawn out in the original, but this is much more like to the point of like, hey, this is weird. Anyways, like a falling spear, the black cloud reached the bottom of the boat and was joined in its bereftness of direction. Like a charging beast, they plunged into the shoreline. Scant steps away, the mechanic laughed, slowly approaching the grand wreck. Not but half an arm was left of the one who had cried out for help, and with a plop, it landed at the mechanic's feet, who crouched to better study the object, straining against the urge to take a bite. That was the same. I remember that because I was like, "Hey yo, what the heck are we doing here?" But that is a lot more characteristic for Dottore. Maybe I missed a line in the original, and it was Dottore all along who did that. It wasn't just Scaramouche there. Yet he did not, for the dark clouds swirling down had already picked the remnants of the ship clean. So that was the new part in Extract 2. Extract 3 looks like a lot less has changed. But I'm assuming... Actually, the end of the storyline isn't told here. It's told in the cutscene that we see. So I don't know if this whole bit would be changed. Maybe. I don't know. But from Extract 3, we have a second ship was sent, followed by a third and a fourth. Each who left to seek salvation did so under foul skies and bleak fortunes. Reason dictated that they should not have risked anyone else, but the situation in Tatara Suna was severe. They needed to gain aid from Inazuma, even should it cost them more lives. So this part is changed. Maybe a little bit, though. Neo was gone and none could find him. Afterward, Nagamasa led a search party into the mountains in the area around the furnace, all to no avail. So I'm assuming like the part where Dottore kills Niwa happens like in between there. Folk began to wonder if Niwa might have encountered an accident, but worry soon turned to suspicion, and they wondered if he had fled, unwilling to bear the sin of having caused these incidents. The people grew ever more suspicious, and Nagamasa himself strained against his discontent and fury. His face had grown to resemble the rumbling clouds above. Suddenly, a figure flashed by. Their presence did not go unnoticed by Nagamasa. He drew his blade and cut, but in a flash, the evil spirit had shifted behind him, laughing darkly. "Are you seeking someone, my lord? Niwa, perhaps?" That would, I think, beats Torre, but looking like a Fontaine dude. Nagamasa bellowed in fury, yet the figure parted like mist before his falling blade, only to rematerialize beyond reach, but not beyond sight. A ghastly apparition indeed. So before, I would have thought that was Scaramouche because he can do the whole like boop boop thing, but I guess it's Dottore? "Was it you who slew my people?" Nagamasa howled in charge, held back only by Katsuragi's desperate grip. As the senses returned to him, he realized he was but an inch away from falling into the furnace. I do think I remember that. It seems the rest of this work remains unfinished. From the existing text, however, it is apparent that this is a novel of fantastical, colorful sensibilities born from an imagination well utilized. So it's also feels much shorter, but it's like they did take out the whole section with Scaramouche, right? But I'm assuming we'll have, like, our Lumine will have something to say about it. The content has changed, obviously. Another effect of tampering with the information in Irminsul. The Balladeer said he'd erase 2 of his names. If he really succeeded, it must have taken all of his might, but still.
Well, what do you think?
What did he change? A masterpiece! It's a masterpiece, Akaba!
Hey, Traveler, remember how last time Akaba was saying he wished he could gather more information about all this?
What did we even learn in Inazuma?
From Inazuma. So
Like, actually, what did we learn while we were just there? Sure, Paimon.
Find out. Something big?
Not really, to be completely honest.
It's a long story. Basically, we have some friends in Inazuma, and...
Oh, I have to sneeze. Oh no. I don't like that Paimon's trailing off, by the way. You tell the 2 writers what you learned about the Raiden Gokuden and Tatara Suna's history. I have to sneeze so bad.
New details.
I lost my
Thank you
sneeze.
so much for sharing that
Oh,
with
that
us.
sucks. That so sucks. I lost my sneeze, and now I just am stuffy. Why did I decide to do this today? I did too much reading for the level of fever I have.
So
I
it
need
all
a drink.
comes down to one man's desire for revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And not a
This
drink.
from a man of the
It's tea.
Amanoma clan, you say?
It is entirely
I guess it
tea.
must be true.
Stay safe, y'all.
Ugh. So there's no ghost story here after all.
Nope.
This
There never
new
was,
information
Sawada.
Actually lends further credence to my
It
hypothesis.
does. I do think Akaba's paper
Evidently,
is the more
swordsmen
right one.
were seen as having an incredibly prestigious role in society.
And
these days.
he did, oh
To
yeah, the
extent that
apparition
harming
was
them
in
conceived of, at least by
Sawada's
the
story.
perpetrator, as
So
a
that's what
way
he was
of
like, no
exacting
ghosts.
revenge against those in power.
Yes, okay, point taken, you were right. But that doesn't mean I can't carry on with my novel.
I think the novel is good. Yeah, you can always do like a dramatic retelling with like ghosts involved.
They're back at it.
Happens all the time.
These guys are really into this.
I worked in a bookstore, trust me. We've got some things to take care of. Bye for now.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Look at us, prattling on about our project.
At least he's cognizant of that.
So much for the information.
At least he's like,
Welcome.
what's the word? There's a word.
Keep us in the loop if you
Self-aware.
find out
There we
anything
go.
else.
I don't think that was the right word I was thinking of, but self-aware works. At least he's self-aware.
Will do.
Yep. Okay. My ping actually isn't that bad. I thought I was gonna open up and it would be much worse, like up in the yellow. But 60s, 70s isn't bad. Is my video taking you forever to upload? Yeah, but it'll be up. It's up by now. By the time this video goes up, the other one is up. Is the end of Lantern Rite? It's up. Lantern Rite is done. Oh, now we're in the red. Okay, I spoke too soon. All right, let me enter the sanctuary and talk to Nahida. I don't know where this is gonna go. I don't know if she remembers him. It's about to get weird. If it wasn't already weird enough, it's about to get even more weird. Is she even here? Okay, yeah, she's standing there. It's about to get even more weird than it already was. Just in case anyone is wondering. Okay, here we go.
How have you been?
Did the first part even happen where we went into
Where's
Irminsul?
Start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this
Oh.
whole time. That night,
Oh.
we ended up chatting and chatting until suddenly the sun was up. And then she decided she wanted to go to Inazuma.
Does Nahida remember? Because he said he was going to get rid of 2 names. And I was assuming Balladeer was one of them. But maybe it was Kabukimono and Scarmouche. But the Balladeer still lives. I would have thought he would have wanted to erase the identity of the Balladeer, though, because that's the one that's connected to the Fatui who ended up betraying him. So I don't know. Because also, nobody remembers Rukkhadevata but us. So I'm a little bit confused, but we're just outright saying we were investigating the situation with the Balladeer, because that's exactly what we're saying.
Balladeer?
Yeah, she doesn't remember.
It sounds like
So why'd we say it?
Code name.
We know what's going on here. Oh no. Oh no.
You look troubled.
Yeah, we're real troubled.
Is there something you need to tell me?
How do you explain that? How do you explain that one? Okay, so I guess we just ask because we want to know if she does remember or not. But no one else remembers about Rukkhadevata, so what was the reason? Okay, no, maybe there is a reason. I'm reading this now and I'm like, yeah, maybe there was a reason. Even Nahida doesn't remember. Just like last time, any changes to Irminsul affect her as well, but for whatever reason they don't affect us, which makes me think that's a Descenders thing, which makes me think we should go ask around if anyone else remembers him, because, hi, we're looking for the 3 other Descenders. The Balladeer acted quickly. He finished erasing himself before Nahida could stop him. I'm the only one who still remembers the things that were erased. Once again, I am the record keeper. But there's other people who would remember that, but they're not necessarily, at least on the surface, connected to the story, so they wouldn't remember him if they didn't know him in the first place, I guess. So I guess we'd have to ask around about, hey, do you remember there being a greater Lord Rukkhadevata in Sumeru? You don't need to tell me anything about her, just that, did she ever exist?
Traveler?
Yeah, give us a minute, Nahida.
Hey, what's wrong? You
Oh.
look so upset.
Oh, we barely look upset, Paimon. Anyways, there are things that have happened that only I can remember. I have to tell you the truth. No, stop. Are we gonna tell her about Rukkhadevata? Because that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. With a heavy heart, you piece back together the story that was broken and scattered across time. I was speed reading that, but there's a click to continue, which scares me, because they only put that when it's really necessary. There once was one named the Balladeer, created by the Electro Archon. He was a puppet who lived among men. I can't read. I literally can't read. Yeah, puppet among men. After a series of events in Tatara Suna, the Balladeer, thinking he had been thrice betrayed, left Inazuma to roam the world beyond. With no trust for humans and only loathing for the gods, he bore his grudge for years as he grew in strength, then returned to Inazuma to take his revenge. He tried in vain to become a deity with Enosis and ended up losing everything. Doesn't even mention the Fatui. I mean, maybe we do mention it, but this is like the Cliff Notes. I got my Cliff Notes for something today. Finally, he entered Irminsul and learned the truth behind his betrayal. Knowing now that his entire life was built on lies, he did the unthinkable in an attempt to reverse his tragic fate.
That's quite a story.
I'm glad we didn't tell her about the Rukkhadevata storyline because she doesn't need to know about that. She does not need to know.
Erased himself from Irminsul.
Is Scarmouche a Descender? No, he's not because he was created by A. Okay, never mind.
But
Take the pin out of that one.
Even able to do that?
The Gnosis. He probably used the last... Wait, no, he didn't have the Gnosis.
He very nearly became.
But he had like some of its power left.
Admittedly,
I think that was the bit.
remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we defeated it.
Okay.
Nevertheless, it does make sense.
At least she believes us. This could have been a lot more confusing.
The world would change to reflect the new reality.
Yeah.
So, you believe this person really existed?
In one way or another,
But we
this is
just don't
also
wanna
kind
learn
of
because, well,
explaining the
it
Rukudavata
can
bit.
literally change the
What happened
world.
with her?
Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is
Yeah.
possible to do this. But I'm struggling
Oh,
to
he's not
imagine
the only
kind
one,
of person
Nahida.
my
He's
dear would
not.
be with it. The
I do
traveler
kind of
comes from a
wonder.
world beyond to that.
I do kind of wonder.
That's why there's no information about her in Irminsul. And it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect her.
Because it just make me kind of wonder, like, are brothers technically in there? But, so, like, playing as Lumi and Ether's in the thing. What if he was a descender, but he had that information erased? I don't know. I'm so confused. I had a point, I lost it, and now I can't even get it back because the fever was hitting.
So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you.
Who else? There's 3 more of them,
Quite
at
incredible
least.
when you think about it.
You can say that again.
Paimon's having a hard time understanding this balladeer guy's motivations. Why did he do it?
I can only
I think it
make
was like a
inferences based on
weird,
the information we've been
not weird, it
given.
was the trauma. It was the trauma.
As for what kind of person he was, only you remember that.
To be fair, we didn't really know him that well. We knew his outward persona, but not really anything about him. I'm really not sure. We were enemies. I don't remember his I don't know his perspective in all this, so I can't say why he did something so extreme. It was the trauma, for sure. Did he want to reset everything or save someone? I think it was like a last-ditch effort to possibly save him because he felt guilty for like blaming everything on Niwa all these years, probably. So he tried to like bring him back in a way, but it still didn't work because he couldn't do that much. He couldn't make that much of a change. Or did he want to completely undo his existence? It could have been both. It definitely could have been both. Everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all. Maybe that's all there is to it. I still remember the question he asked. He asked me specifically, and my hesitation gave him his answer. But how did he know to ask that to us? How did he know that we remembered Rukudavata if no one else did? I hesitated because I witnessed Greater Lord Rukudavata erase her own existence, but I can't tell Nahida that. To put it another way, I know why the Balladeer was so sure it could work, but I can't tell them that.
Something else worrying you?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Something that you can't share?
He chose such a radical option, and yet I just feel empty. Oh my god.
Couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died,
No.
right?
Well, yes, it is right. Yes,
Once
it's
the
right. But
Balladeer
no, it couldn't
realized
change
he
it.
hadn't been betrayed after all. It must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatara.
The trauma. It was the trauma.
Now he saw them as friends again. He couldn't keep hating humans
Oh, and he
after
wanted to
that.
save them.
And if he
But he
thought there
couldn't
was a
save
chance
he
could
still
his
couldn't
old
save
friends,
them.
it would be hard not
But
to
where
try.
is he now?
The story makes
Because we get
sense.
the little
Every
I have
part of
him.
it.
I pulled for him.
The Balladeer tried to achieve
He brought
Starlight
A home
with the
too.
Doctor's help. He was unsuccessful, but retained the power to connect with Irminsul.
Just a little bit of
That
it.
power then enabled him to change what was
Okay, Nahida, I
recorded
get
in
it.
Irminsul.
Where do we go from
Erase
here?
himself.
This also took longer
Even
than I
though
thought,
he
which
didn't
is
have much
good because I
strength
thought this
left.
video was going to be like 5 minutes long.
It does make sense, but it still ended in tragedy for his friends.
It ended in tragedy for
Just
him
feels so
too.
hopeless. He
Not
got
entirely, because it did.
everything to do
This whole
but
bit does get him out of the
it
Fatui
seems like he got nothing
pretty
in
easily.
return.
So, what happens with the Fatui from here? Because there was 11 Harbingers, and is there just always 10? Where do we go from here? How does this change the Harbingers? He changed the world in many ways, and yet the dead still didn't get a second chance. Those fated to a tragic end could not be saved. What exactly did he want to fight back against? The betrayals in his life, or did he wish he never existed at all? Don't do that. No.
Please wait a moment. I want to check something.
What is she gonna check? Is it like related to us now, or
Found it. This should be the one.
is it the Tatara Suna memory from
It
before?
turns out that I have a strange way of confirming.
Oh, please
everything
don't
she
look
has
at the
told
Rukudavata
us.
thing. Please don't look into that.
What is it?
What is the box?
A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner.
A what?
You should take a look.
Is this gonna be the like another cutscene? Surprisingly, the information is presented to you in a way that resembles a fairy tale. It's gonna be pretty.
Is this
There's no
a
video.
fairy tale? Who wrote it?
I don't know, man. This matches everything I said.
I authored this record myself.
So is that just like in the recesses of her brain? Her brain folds?
You?
So many
wrote
folds
a
in the
fairy
brain.
tale that somehow has something to do with the Balladeer?
When combined with the traveler's narrative,
Is
it's
it the
clear
little
that this story
R&Rs?
is an allegory.
Ah,
Everything in it is
allegories.
a symbol for something else.
ah.
Hold on.
That's why they
So
said
this
it's a
man
fairy tale.
survived from the past?
Oh, I have a headache. That's why they said it's a fairy tale, because it's literally just an allegory. Oh my god. I'm not doing any analysis today. It's not happening. If
Yes.
I have to, I'm not.
Any information about the Balladeer or the Kabukimono and other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that
Oh.
means it was left intact.
That's
Changing
clever.
information in
No, that's
Irminsul
really
changes
clever.
to that. But Irminsul can't
Irminsul,
change information
yeah.
that is well hidden in
Oh,
advance.
that's good.
I guess
You got
I
any
was
more of those,
writing this
Nahida?
story as a backup
You
before
got
the
any more of
Balladeer
those?
entered Irminsul.
That's so good.
Cool. What a great idea!
Does she have? I want.
And
Can I get the
sending
other ones?
traveler into Irminsul with the Balladeer must have been a further precaution.
Yeah.
I knew she'd remember everything.
Wait, so does she know about
This story
Rukkhadevata
is
in a weird
abstract
way?
enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But
Yeah.
if we connect all the different pieces together,
Oh, that's
the
so
true
clever.
story that
I love
emerges
that.
is the one she told us.
I actually love
the
that.
now erased life of the Balladeer.
Oh, it's so messy though. Oh, what is this now? Where are we going?
There was
Oh!
once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family
This
of
is so
foxes,
cute.
and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as one of their own.
These little monsters. That's supposed to be Scarmish, isn't it? I wish so badly that we had the hide button. They gave it to us in Star Rail. That they did not take away from us. They took away our skip button in Star Rail, but they didn't take away the button to hide the UI so you can just see the photo clearly. I want it back. Or I guess I want one here because we never got that taken away. I want one here. It's in Honkai Impact and Honkai Star Rail. I want it here because I want to see this, and it's so pretty. I love a storybook.
Once in a while,
I love it so
the
much. Oh my
monster
god, I
would
have to
take
sneeze.
off its fox fur
Oh.
and lament to
If I
itself
lose my
as
sneeze again,
things
I'm gonna
that
be
its
so upset.
reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too.
Oh, I have to
foolish
sneeze so
see.
bad. Oh, I lost my sneeze again. I keep needing to sneeze at the beginning of a long line. And then I lose it. And then I just have to sit here and my allergy... Oh, it's not even allergies. It's a cold. But I'm still suffering. Oh my god. I hate it. Anyways, let's keep going. Oh!
But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin.
Oh!
Carved from the wood of a white tree.
Wait.
Abandoned by the humans.
Who's the monster? Because this is supposed to be Scaramouche, isn't it? I've seen people drawing him as a cat, and I didn't know the context, but now I know the context. So, who's the monster in the suit? I'm so confused. Is that supposed to be Tatara? Because it's the same color.
But its tail was too slender,
I don't know.
and it could not grow a coat of richly
Aw.
colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words.
I'm gonna
of
cry. I'm
comfort
gonna
to
cry,
the
and then I'm gonna be...
Even
sound so
without
much
a
more
tail
sick.
and fur like ours, you are still
Yeah,
one of us.
it's supposed to be, even without a heart, you're still like us.
Furious
Oh.
at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain.
Okay, so maybe that is
The
Tatara.
terrified animals panicked as the fire spread.
Tatara was the monster.
Only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice.
See, I thought it was gonna be the monster was
Gray fox
Scaramouche, and he
stood
ended up being like...
addressed the monster. It said,
Oh, that's
"You
Niwa.
are the
That's
cleverest
Niwa.
among us.
Look.
Surely
Here's the
you can
thing.
help us find a way to solve this."
Yeah,
The
this is what
monster
happened.
Smiled, led the fox toward the fire,
There's the
and
heart.
murdered it.
There's this heart.
The gray fox's heart was turned into a
Oh.
beautiful drop of water, clear, spotless, and pure.
This is so messy. This is so messy.
The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one
Please,
who
I want to
must
hide
be
the UI so
sacrificed.
bad.
Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin."
Look at it. I'm crying. I'm crying because of how cute this godforsaken little Scaramouche cat is. I'm
The fire
delirious.
was extinguished, but the kitten lived.
Yeah, because of the heart.
It left that side of the mountain
Oh!
and found a little bird who had a broken wing.
Oh, this is where he went from
The
to
two
next.
promised they would spend
Right?
their
Oh,
whole
I have to
lives
sneeze
together.
again. Oh no.
But the little
Ah.
bird did not have long left to live. It passed
This
away
happens every
soon
time.
after.
Yeah, this was his story.
After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for good.
That was the video. That was like his trailer or something. That story. This is when he goes rogue.
Never again would it
Angry
touch a
cat!
single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain.
I'm going insane.
The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon.
This is so angry. It's kind of cute. Oh my gosh.
To swallow the moon and devour the
If they
moon.
released an like actual picture book of this, I would buy it.
Turn to darkness.
It's so
Then
good.
it would finally be peaceful and content.
I can't get over this. I wish we could cover the UI.
I will become
Angry
the
cat!
moon, the
Oh my
answer to
god.
everything. Then
That's him trying to
no
become a
one will know
god.
that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this
Yeah.
world, and no one can know that they were different.
Dang. Dang. Maybe
We solved it!
next time we go to therapy.
I remember now.
Yeah.
This is not just the Balladeer story.
She made a backup of
It
his
is very
memories.
own memories.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
I made a backup so that it would be preserved no matter what happened.
Did she have a hunch she was gonna
To
go
become a
crazy?
god,
Because, like,
He
yeah.
was experimented on and modified countless times.
Oh.
It was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive is that he was a puppet.
So would he still be
His
alive?
memory was extracted from him by the scholars.
Oh.
Presumably, they kept it to have something to defend themselves with.
How would that defend them, though?
Creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. That's why they backed
They
up his
what?
memory
Why
for
did they
later use.
want to back up his memory, though? That's
I
a weird
buried it
one.
deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered.
Why did they want to alter? Did they want to alter his memories?
It's
I'm
hard to
confused on
believe
that one.
This person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us on more than one occasion.
Yeah, he did.
Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished, like
I
a
still,
ghost.
something's off with Paimon. I still can't put my finger on it.
The Balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders.
Yeah.
And although he was unsuccessful,
How did he help us?
he still helped you.
Oh, I guess because just that he
Before
went in.
vanished,
Yeah.
he confirmed an important detail. That Conria was where your twin first
Okay.
came into this world.
Yes.
We still
And?
don't know how the change to Ermin's soul will affect the senior
Oh.
race of the Vitui, but in all likelihood,
Yeah.
could
The
even
first
remember
dude
their own
might. He
heritage.
might remember. I've never had this feeling before. It feels like life is as insignificant as a feather.
It sounds
That's
like
deep.
Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around.
Yeah, you didn't, Paimon. You didn't.
Still, Paimon doesn't like the way it all ended that much better.
This is true.
This is
It's
why
heavy.
wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We
Oh, I
look,
like this.
We see and we comprehend, but the question still troubles us.
I like that. I do like that quote.
So the answer is not everything.
I like it a lot.
People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the troubles they face.
Wisdom.
When you give someone the
Wisdom with
truth,
Genshin
you
Impact.
give them a chance to choose their own destiny. To
Ah.
others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance to act
Yeah.
on his desire to disappear must have meant a lot.
Okay. Where do we go from here, then?
Never
Where do we go
forget
from
that
here?
Even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering,
She just has
the
so
light of
many
wisdom
little
is always
analogies
there.
today.
guiding us toward a better destination.
Okay, Nahida. Okay.
That is what you have been doing all along.
Is it now? Okay. Where do we go from here?
Cheer up!
How do we get him
Get something
back?
to eat. We can pick
'Cause he
up this
comes
heavy
back.
Conversation again later.
I know there's a cutscene. I accidentally
idea.
scrolled past it the other day.
Why don't you take her out for a walk to clear her head?
You got
Like
it.
really fast, so I didn't actually see what it was, but I know what happens.
For a while. You'll feel much better after taking a walk.
Okay, Paimon. Okay. Oh my god.
Get a snack from one of the stalls in the
What was that?
Bazaar. That'll be sure to lift our spirits.
A snack in the Grampus. If it throws me into someone else's quest, I swear to God. What is it? What was this called? Parinama, fox, cat, bird, and monster. Solve Nahida's hidden riddle and discover the Balladeer's past. Okay. I had another one to grab. I cut Paimon off and she's not gonna finish. Okay. I thought I had more primos with this. I have 11. Oh, that's a little bit tragic, isn't it? I don't think Hutao's coming home, guys. All right, take a walk around the Grand Bazaar. If I am thrown into somebody's story quest, I swear to God, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm not gonna finish it today, but I'll let it start itself, I guess. I forget who I have unlocked at this point. I can probably check, actually. Who do I have unlocked? Tignari and Sino. Okay. I can claim one of those. I don't want to start So I'm okay starting Sinos, but I don't want to start Tignaris right now. I refuse. I might cut that out if that is a thing. If I accidentally start that one, I might cut it out just for reasons. Okie dokie. How long do I have to take a walk for? Can I just teleport in? No, it's probably easier to just keep walking. Because I'm like, if I can just teleport in close, then I won't accidentally throw myself into something, I don't think. But the act of walking could throw me into something. I could have sworn I had Nilu and Nahida unlocked, but nope, I did not. I did not. Oh, where are we going? I'm like, not. Oh, there it is. I'm like, where are my sparklies? If you walk for long enough, it'll like take away the sparklies, and it did that. I don't know why this was such a roundabout thing, and Paimon's not saying a word. Do we see him while we're taking a walk? Are we just taking a lap and he just pops up somewhere? I was like, why are we going into the academia? This is weird now.
Wait, you two! Just a moment, please.
Eh? Who is
You're
this?
The traveler in Paimon,
Yeah.
right? I thought you two looked familiar.
What is going
We were
on
talking
now?
all about you.
If I accidentally threw
It's a
myself into
pleasure
someone's
to meet
story
you.
quest, I swear.
Do you have a moment? There's something I'd like to discuss with you.
Have we met before?
My name is Nabil. I'm a matra in the academia.
Oh my god,
You're friends with Sino, right? I've heard him mention
did
you
I
before.
accidentally throw myself into Sino's quest? How did I do that? I just looked at the thing. No, there's no way. There's no way.
Sino is out investigating a case.
There's
involving
absolutely no
smuggled
way.
canned knowledge. It's been days since we've last heard from him.
There's no way.
Oh no. Do you think he's in trouble?
How would I have done that?
Well,
How would I have
to be
accidentally
completely
navigated onto
honest,
something?
It's pretty hard to imagine anything that could pose a threat to Sino.
I'm
Since
so-
we haven't heard
what
from
is-
him, we're starting
what-
to suspect that the case might be more complicated than we had originally
What did I do?
thought. Word has it that you two
Like,
are
what
brave,
did I do?
smart, and extremely capable adventurers. Do you think you could lend us a hand and help
At least
investigate the
it's like
smuggling?
a short cutscene.
Alright, since you
This-
asked so nicely, we'll help.
Is this part of the Archon Questers? Do you have any further intel, my dude?
Large amounts of canned knowledge from unknown
Also, why do we
origins
care
have
about
been
canned
appearing on the
knowledge
market
anymore?
recently. Sino
None of y'all are
suspected
even
that
wearing the
there's a
thing.
secret route being used to move the capsules.
Why is that such a big deal?
According to some research, using large amounts of canned knowledge could lead to some serious
Okay, yeah,
consequences.
yeah.
And unfortunately, most people have yet to realize that.
But why?
Rumors also
I don't
have it
know.
that some particularly dangerous canned knowledge has made its way into the market.
Is it dangerous
Regardless of
because
whether
it's
the rumors are
what
true
the
or
change?
not,
I don't know.
this
I don't know
case
what's going
calls
on
for
anymore.
Urgent action.
I genuinely don't
Last
know
we
what's
heard
going on
from
anymore.
Sino, he was investigating somewhere outside Sumeru City. It seems that he had found some leads at the
I
time.
think I did something. I think
We
this might be
haven't
Sino's
heard from
story
him
quest,
since.
but there's something else I have to do
We'll
in
go
here.
look for him. Come
And so
on.
just walking in here triggered that. Yep, it did. It did trigger Sino's story quest. That's fine. I'm okay with that. That was actually really short. We still have to take a walk around the Grand Bazaar, though. It's in this area. Where does it want me to go? Did I accidentally walk in here? I'm just glad that that opening cutscene wasn't that long, because sometimes they get really long. Where? For what? I don't know where I'm supposed to be, because it's getting closer. Okay, I'm not supposed to go that way. And I said it's getting closer. It's not. It's getting farther. Okay, now it's getting closer. What was the reason for that? Was I just supposed to walk into the academia and I messed up? I did that to myself? Now I know I'm not going the right way now, but the little sparkle path, maybe it's just very roundabout. Okay, no, it's very roundabout. Like I said, though, I'm just glad that opening cutscene for Sino's story quest was short, because sometimes those get really long sometimes. And if we were here that long, I would have been upset. Okay, we're in the Grand Bazaar. That was a lot. But we did start Sino's story quest today, so I have to come back to that next.
What should we
It probably will take me forever to get back to. Paimon, I don't know. I have a nagging feeling like there's something I'm missing. Something important that I'm forgetting. I do feel, I'm feeling that as well.
answer or what?
Even in just like how, like something's off with Paimon. Sorry, give me a minute. I'm still processing. Yeah, Paimon, we just went through quite a bit of information. Give us a minute.
Alright, whatever you want. Well,
Is
I'm
Paimon,
right here when you figured stuff out.
is Paimon gonna see
Maybe
him?
I can get something to eat.
Okay. So Paimon just came with us. Come on, brain. Let's dig this out. It's gotta be in there somewhere. It was something about Irmin's soul and deleting oneself. Greater Lord Rukudavata, Forbidden Knowledge, Nahida.
What is it? Have you figured it all out?
Paimon, it's been like 5 seconds. Give me a minute. But we got somewhere. That was it. Greater Lord Rukudavata. She said that no one can erase themselves from existence, not even her. Otherwise, why would she need to create her own reincarnation and lesser Lord Kusanali to do the deletion for her? There would be no point. So how did...
All of a sudden.
What did Scarmish actually do then? Because he erased the names, right? I can't tell Paimon. She doesn't know about Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. I guess that makes sense. This is a crucially important detail. It's simply not possible for the balladeer to completely erase his own existence. In which case, the question is, what happened to him? That's what I was saying, like, where'd he go? Because he said he was going to erase the names, which that is possible. He erased the names, but wouldn't he still exist, like, as a person? I don't know.
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look,
Ayo! He's right there! Oh my gosh. Oh, hold on, I have a phone call. That was a stupid phone call that then was followed up by a stupid email. So I'm back. Yeah, Skarmosh. I shouldn't have taken that time out. Should just let it be. Anyways, why is he here? Does he remember himself? I guess that's why he got the outfit change, right? I guess that makes sense. I'm so confused.
Hey, wait!
What about, where's the merchant? What?
you mean me?
No, not you. That kid. Didn't you see? Little rascal.
Was that
grabbed
us?
The last 2 fresh Sunsettias and ran
Are
off.
we the rascal? I don't think so.
Look,
Oh no, it was a different
if
kid,
you're
right?
gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? Work's too boring for you? Or has the big city got
Why
too
is the
many
merchant so,
distractions?
I was gonna say be nice. Why is this merchant so
Sorry,
mean
boss.
to him?
I think you're right.
Yeah, it's like,
Maybe
it's
it's
her,
the city.
where's
It's
us?
so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
Well, yeah, because he's not really used to being around that many people, is he? My bit is, I lost it. I lost the bit. Oh, wait, no, he's acting like how the whole Inazuma storyline with people, like, losing their visions, had their ambitions taken away. And I guess he doesn't have a vision right now, does he? Because, like, isn't this where his vision goes? And it's just, like, an empty ring. Isn't that where his vision goes? If I have time to check, I want to check. But, like, that would make sense, right? That he would, like, lost his ambitions because he doesn't have a vision anymore?
Who's that guy? You know him or something?
Paimon, that's the balladeer.
He's who?
That's him, Paimon.
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do,
Well, I mean,
you keep
he's like, I'm not doing that great a job, so I don't need the money.
I don't want to take advantage.
What?
So
Wouldn't you need
I'm
money,
happy to
though?
Pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please.
What's the bit?
I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything.
Little question
I'm
marks.
just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
Is
You're
that his whole bit
welcome,
now?
I guess. But I got
Like,
bigger
oh, I'm an
things to worry
outsider.
about. Look, we're all out of Sunsettias, and I promised the lady down the street.
Well, fruit
I'd
bowl
deliver a
sounds
fruit bowl
nice.
This evening.
I don't even think I could taste it though, so
Then leave it
that's
to
a
me. I'll find
fun.
some more.
That's so fun.
Just a moment. I'll be right back.
Having such a great time being
Stop.
sick.
I'm gonna level with you, kiddo.
Oh
I've
my
never met a
god.
worker
He's
who
like,
said
who
they
are
didn't want
you?
a wage before. And at first, I got greedy.
Does he feel
Couldn't believe my
guilty?
luck.
Does he feel
But
guilty?
I figured you'd
Oh, I
start
have to
asking
sneeze
for
again.
something in
No.
return eventually.
Oh my god, I finally got to sneeze. I have never felt so satisfied in my life.
You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all
Oh.
I see you do is wander around.
Because he's the
taking in sights.
wanderer.
Are you a drifter or something?
Not a drifter.
That's right, I am.
Oh,
We can talk more about that later.
wanderer
First,
is what it says.
let me
It
get
even
those fruits you
labels him that. My god.
Sunsettias, was it? I'll be right back.
So we've been here for an hour. We've been here for an hour and we're not even close to being done and I don't want to cut it off. Let's just follow him.
Stay out of sight. Don't let him see you.
If it ends up being 2 hours of footage, I'm cutting the video here. But if not, we're gonna keep going.